In my beginning is my end. In succession, houses rise and fall, crumble, are extended, are removed, destroyed, distorted, or in their place is an open field, or a factory, or a bypass. Old stone to new building, old timber to new fires, old fires to ashes, and ashes to earth, which is already flesh, fur, and feces, born of man and beast, cornstalk and leaf. Houses live and die. There is a time for building, and a time for living, and for generation, and a time for the wind to break the loosened pane, and to shake the wainscot where the field mouse trots, and to shake the tattered arras woven with a silent motto. In my beginning is my end. Now the light falls across the open field, leaving the deep lane shuttered with branches, dark in the afternoon. Dawn points, and another day prepares for heat and silence. Out at sea the dawn wind wrinkles and slides. I am here, or there, or elsewhere, in my beginning. Not here, the darkness in this twittering world. Descend lower. Descend only into the world of perpetual solitude. World, not world, but that which is not world. Internal darkness, deprivation, and destitution of all property. Desiccation of the world of sense. Evacuation of the world of fancy. Inoperancy of the world of spirit. This is one way, and the other is the same, not in movement, but abstention from movement, while the world moves in appetency on its metalled ways of time past and time future. Suffer us not to mock ourselves with falsehood. Teach us to care and not to care. Teach us to sit still, even among these rocks, our peace in His will, and even among these rocks, sister, mother, and spirit of the river, spirit of the sea. Suffer me not to be separated, and let my cry come unto Thee. Pray for us sinners now, and at the hour of our death. Pray for us now, and at the hour of our death. Midwinter spring is its own season, sempiternal though sodden towards sundown, suspended in time between pole and tropic. This is the springtime, but not in time's covenant. Now the hedgerow is blanched for an hour with transitory blossom of snow, a bloom more sudden than that of summer. Are of equal duration. A people without history is not redeemed from time, for history is a pattern of timeless moments. If there were rock, and also water, and water, a spring, a pool among the rock, if there were the sound of water only, not the cicada, and dry grass singing, but sound of water over a rock, where the hermit thrush sings the pine trees. Drip, drop, drip, drop, 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 drop. But there is no water. Oh, dark, dark, dark. They all go into the dark. The vacant interstellar spaces. The vacant into the vacant. And dark, the sun and moon. And we all go with them into the silent funeral. Nobody's funeral. For there is no one to bury.
Նորից նույն թեմայի մեջ են, նույն ծառի շուրջ, համընդհանուր մեր այսօրվա, մեր հետագայի եւ մեր անցածի կապն է բոլորի մեջ արտահայտված, կարծում եմ որ շատ առօրյա խնդիրներ են նաեւ, ինչ որ համենայն դեպս ես ինձ հուզող հարցեր են, որ փորձեցի ինչ որ ձևով քանդակի մեջ արտահայտել։ Սա իրենից ներկայացնում է անցումնային խորագրի տակ մի դրվագ մեր առօրյա կյանքից։ Ուրեմն տեսողական առումով հույս ունեմ, որ արտահայտում է այդ անցումը, ինչը որ մեր բնական վիճակն է ամեն օր, ամեն ժամ։ Առավոտյան արթնանալուց մինչև ուշ գիշեր։ Սա էլ մեր ճշմարիտ ուղի կոչված գործն է։ Եվ կարծեմ, որ հստակ երևում է, որ շրջանի մեջ քայլելով նույն կլասիկ հասկացողությունը, որ ոչ սկիզբը կա, ոչ վերջ է, կամ ինչպես սկիզբը, այնպես է վերջը։ Ուրեմն այս ճանապարհին ամեն ոք իր կյանքի ընթացքում կատարում է ինչ-որ գործեր եւ փորձում է գտնել իր իրական ուղին։ Այդպես էլ կոչվում է ճշմարիտ ուղի։
Time present and time past are both perhaps present in time future, and time future contained in time past. What might have been is an abstraction, remaining a perpetual possibility, only in a world of speculation. What might have been and what has been point to one end, which is always present. Eyes I dare not meet in dreams. In death's dream kingdom, these do not appear. There, the eyes are sunlight on a broken column. There is a tree swinging, and voices are in the winds singing, more distant and more solemn than a fading star. Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act, falls the shadow. For thine is the kingdom. Between the conception and the creation, between the emotion and the response, falls the shadow. Life is very long. Between the desire and the spasm, between the potency and the existence, between the essence ascends and the descent falls the shadow. For thine is the kingdom, for thine is, life is, for thine is thee. This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whisper.
Կողմի վրա դրեք, մյուսն էլ կտնենք արանքում է։ Մեր վերջը ստե է գալու։ Բացած ունենք։ Երեք գլանակները իրենք մի կողմից ներկայացում են թեմայի մեջ են կենաց ծառի շուրջ եւ ընդհանրապես այդ դժվար տարիներին 92-93 որ բավականին ծառեր կտրվեցին, ոչնչացան, ուրեմն այսպես ասած ձոն է բոլոր կտրված ծառերին Եվ այդպես էլ իր վերնագիրը կամ խորագիրը հիշատակ կտրված ծառերի
What we call the beginning is often the end. And to make and end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from, and every phrase and sentence that is right, end and a beginning. Every poem an epitaph, and any action is a step to the block, to the fire, down the sea's throat, or to an eligible stone, and that is where we start. We die with the dying. See, they depart, and we go with them. We are born with the dead. See, they return, and bring us with them. I can only say, there we have been, but I cannot say where. And I cannot say how long, for that is to place it in time. The inner freedom from the practical desire, the release from action and suffering, release from the inner and the outer compulsion, yet surrounded by a grace of sense, a white light, still and moving. Erembang without motion, concentration without elimination, both a new world and the old made explicit, understood in the completion of its partial ecstasy, the resolution of its partial horror, yet. The enchainment of past and future, woven in the weakness of the changing body, protects mankind from heaven and damnation, which flesh cannot endure. All this was a long time ago, I remember, and I would do it again. But set down, this, were we led all that way for birth or death? There was a birth, certainly. We had evidence and no doubt. I had seen birth and death, but had thought they were different. This birth was hard, bitter, agony for us, like death, our death. And the trees about me, let them be dry and leafless. Let the rocks groan with continual surges, and behind me make all a desolation. Look, wenches.